How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? I am doing fantastic. So, what do I have for you guys today? Well, recently, if you guys are, subscribed to my channel, you guys have seen that I recently updated the Pharaoh Druid guide that I had made about 5 months ago. That's a very outdated guide, and I decided that it was time for me to update it because of the new patch and the new some of the new changes they had for Pharaoh. So today we're going to be talking a little bit more about Guardian Druids. We did release a video around the same time as their Pharaoh one. I want to say it was like 3 months ago, maybe. And since the patch, there have been slight changes. Nothing too crazy. But some changes nonetheless. So what we're gonna cover today, guys, we're gonna cover pots, we're gonna cover food, we're gonna we're gonna cover talents, glyphs, stat priority, gear, and a quick overview of the rotation that is Guardian Druids. So before we get into this, guys, I can't stress enough in letting you guys know that this is just how I play my Guardian Druid. Everything that I'm saying is specifically my playstyle, and that's just how I like to play my druid. I mean, if you guys don't agree, that's fine. If you guys want to be elitist assholes about it, well, no offense, but you guys can fuck off because I quite honestly don't care. But for all those that do want to learn something, and for all those that want to get started on playing Guardian Druids and need a foundation to get you started and on your way there, hey, this is the video for you guys. This is for you. I'm doing it for you guys. Alright, well, now that we went on that little rant, let us move forward. So let's start off with some talents. Now, my talents haven't changed all too much from my previous video. I still take Wild Charge at level 15 because, I want to re-engage the boss as quickly as possible. The Displacer Piece does have its place, though. It's a fantastic ability. So if you guys feel more comfortable using the Displacer Beast so you guys can disengage and re-engage, don't be afraid to use this one. At level 30, I did take Zara's Gift a while ago. Now I have switched over to Cenarian Ward since I've gotten a better understanding of how the class and find out what's working better for me. Quick note for here, guys, though, Ysara's Gift, if you guys are new to Guardian Druids and you're having trouble maintaining your Cenarian Ward or knowing when to use it, especially like in a raid setting, use it in a 5-man and practice with it. It's a very nice clutch heal because it does stack with your resolve. Now, if you guys just can't get it, don't get it down right off the bat. Don't be afraid to use Ysara's Gift. Cenarian Ward is going to be a better heal because it does stack with resolve, and it's going to produce more survivability. But don't be afraid to use Zara's Gift. If someone tells you, hey, you suck, you're a noob, you don't know how to play Guardian Druid, why are you using the Zara's Gift? Tell them, you know what, man, I'm still learning, fuck off. This makes it easier for me. Just like that. It's that easy. It's your character. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, but with positive attitude, alright? Tell them, sorry, bro, I'm still learning. Right? Okay. At level 45, Typhoon is more than likely the best way to go on any situation because it is an interrupt. This is extremely good on Zul'Farrak when you want to interrupt those imps with the little Fel Surge crap. We don't have very many interrupts, so this one really helps unless you have a DK that could just pull them in and just fucking win everything because, that's what DKs do. At level 60, I still take Soul of the Forest. Mingle generates 5 more rage and deals 50% more damage. This is a passive talent that would generate a lot more rage with Mingle and a lot more damage, resulting in more threat. People will argue that Incarnation is the better route to go because it does reduce the cooldown on all melee damage abilities and Growl, which is your taunt, to 1.5 seconds, last 30 seconds. In my opinion, this is still a very heavy DPS talent, but that's entirely up to you guys. It's another thing you guys got to keep track of, another thing you got to kind of focus on. But if you want just a passive, really good talent, I would take Soul of the Forest. I still haven't tried Force of Nature, so I don't know how well it's doing now. I can't imagine that it would be all that well because you don't want the boss taunting off of. You don't want your boss getting taunted by some fucking thing. So yeah, that's there's that. At level 75, Ursul's Vortex is going to be the most useful one out of all of them, mainly because it can be used on a lot of occasions. So this is definitely the one. This one works excellent on Kilrog. If say an ad gets by you and your range can't get it on time, which hopefully that doesn't happen, you just throw this bad boy down and it'll CC them in place. And it'll pull them back in, giving your range some more time to kill that motherfucker. Mighty Bash is good if you're trying to just, stun a single target. But it's really rare that you're going to run into that, especially in Hellfire. At level 90, I take Dreamless Cenarius. I don't see the point in Heart of the Wild when you're trying to tank. I don't see the point in Nature's Vigil because Dreamless Cenarius offers way better utility than Nature's Vigil. That being said, Nature's Vigil is still an awesome talent for other specs. So don't feel discouraged. Don't feel like I'm telling you can't play Nature's Vigil. If you want to play Nature's Vigil, fuck it. If you think you guys need more healing, take it. That's entirely up to you guys. Dreamless Cenarius is a passive talent, increases healing from your healing touch by 20%, increases the critical strike chance of Mango by 10%, and your Mango critical strikes have a 40% chance to make your next healing touch or rebirth instant and free. This is why the main reason why I take Dreamless Cenarius, not just because it gives that passive boost in healing and passive 10% increase in Mangle, but it allows you to use your rebirth. If you need to rest somebody real quick and you get that proc, boom, drop it on them. There it is. They're awake. Yeah, because that's what people. Yeah, whatever. It does scale with your attack power, so this can give you a very, very meaningful healing touch on somebody. So if someone's really low on health and your healers are out of range of them, boom, drop it. Big ass heal. There it is. Win. Now, level 100. A level 100 talent where people have argued that other ones are better than other ones. I still take Pulverize. Pulverize is going to do more damage. It's going to increase your damage output. It's going to increase your threat output. And it's going to decrease all damage taken by 15%. So, I mean, that's that's fucking 3 in 1 ability. What more can you want? Guardian Balloon, I feel, is fucking useless, mainly because it negates your Savage Defense. Like, your Savage Defense reduces damage taken by 20% while it's active, right? For 6 seconds. This one reduces its duration by 3 seconds, and your dodge chance is 100%. Sure. So why would you want that physical damage reduction? Well, 3 extra seconds is a long time, my friend. That 3 extra seconds could be the determining factor on your damage reduction and your survivability. So, yeah. Guardian Balloon, kind of useless. My opinion. If you guys want to use it, go for it. Bristling Fur, this is another damage reduction cooldown. Every 30 seconds, you bristle your fur, reducing all damage taken by 40% for 3 seconds. This is very, very, very clutch damage reduction. Really well for those big damage spikes. Also works really well on Iskar. Iskar, especially because, I mean, multiple targets, and I'll explain why later. But Pulverize is the way that I go. I still think it's the better talent. Now we're going to cover some glyphs. I take Glyph of Face Silence because this is going to give my Fairy Fire basically an interrupt. So instead of having just Skull Bash, I'll have a second interrupt with Fairy Fire. So that's just 2 interrupts for the price of 1. So that gives us 3 total interrupts on casters. What? 3 interrupts on a Guardian Druid? What? That's crazy. Yeah. Do it. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's up to you guys. Glyph of Maw. This is going to cause your Maw to hit an additional target for 50% of the damage. This is kind of like rule of thumb. You just take this one. This is just more damage and better threat. Now, this is where people kind of argue a bit. I take Glyph of Stampeding Roar. I know some people take Glyph of Rebirth. Glyph of Rebirth brings a person back to life with 100% health. Yeah, that sounds fucking amazing. Don't get me wrong. But I feel as a Guardian Druid, it's not your job to really try to res people, especially because you're tanking. And especially if you want to use it, you have to pop out of bear form and potentially die. I mean, with the Dreamless Cenarius proc, you can, it does become useful, but 90% of the time, and I'm And I say that because I'm pretty sure that's proper percentage to you. 90% of the time, you're not going to be the one to res somebody. It's just not really your job. I mean, sure you can if no one else has a res and you have Dreamer Scenarios going on. Yeah, go for it. But 90% of the time, you're gonna be using Glip. You're gonna be using Stampede and Roar more often. So that 30-yard range increase, just so much more utility, so much better, so much better, in my opinion. So let's go over some stat priorities. So according to what the internet has said, I took a look at it the other day, and it's all over the place. Every website says something fucking different. So I don't even pay attention to it. I just kind of just learn as I go. Learn as I go. Trial and error. That is life, ladies and gentlemen. Trial and error. Now, I still take bonus armor. I would say the stat priority is going to be stamina when you have enough, which as a guardian druid, you're going to have a lot of health anyway. Agility. And not agility. Agility's okay. Agility kind of comes natural. So you want to go for bonus armor, multi-strike, mastery, and then I think it's crit then haste. I think that's what I've learned to go with. Now, there's a big debate between multi-strike and mastery. A lot of the fights in Hellfire do have a lot of magic damage, and your mastery ability, which is Primal Tenacity, doesn't actually absorb magical damage. This is all physical damage. But there are a few fights in Hellfire that have way more physical damage than magical damage. So that is a good time to build more more mastery. Fellow Zakun, he has a lot of physical damage, a lot of it. So Primal Tenacity could play a big role there. The artillery strike from Fellraver, I'm pretty sure that's physical damage if memory serves me correct right now. So it's situational, guys. I mean, multi-strike is going to be a good, it's going to prove really well, really handy, actually. But for me, I try to find a nice medium. Like right now, I'm at 22% multi-strike, 41% mastery, unbuffed. And I think that's a really good percentage to sit at. I'm at 12% haste because of one of my trinkets. But yeah, I'm at 20% critical strike. So I'm at a really balanced state. In my opinion. So I'll hit like 30% multi-strike, almost 50% mastery, and then I think 18% haste, and like 23% crit or something like that when I am in raid setting. So that's a really good balanced spot. It's very comfortable for me. I really like that spot that I'm in. So yeah, I feel like 28-30% multi-strike is a good spot. So where you can start, aiming a little bit towards mastery. Like for me, some of the enchants that I have, because I am trying to build a little bit more multi-strike and balance everything out. I have 75 multi-strike on my necklace and 75 mastery gem. I did that because now I have one of every stat. I have crit, bonus armor, multi-strike, and mastery. Like that's 4 stats. Why the fuck not? Balance it out. I think that's awesome. I do have multi-strike on my gloves. I have multi-strike on my boots, and I have multi-strike on both my rings for enchants. My weapon enchant, Mark of the Black Rock, if you guys know what this does, it's going to give you some bonus armor when you get below a certain amount of health. Bonus armor not only increases your damage, the damage taken, but it also increases your attack power, and so it's a 2-for-1. 2-for-1 for us tanks, guys. So definitely take Mark of the Black Rock. That's a 2-for-1. I don't know why you wouldn't want 2-for-1. I mean, that's just, me. And it would appear I'm having a little bit of lag, but that's okay. It'll probably fix itself here in a little bit, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, those are stat priorities that I take. You guys, I don't know. That's just how I play my druid. So let's go over some abilities, some passive abilities, some, a little overview on rotation. Let's actually go into some pots. Let's go into pots and food. Now, as a Guardian Druid, when you pre-pot, you want to use your armor potions because it's going to give you more attack power than the agility potion will. Not only will it give you more attack power as an opening, but it will also give you more defensive capability. So, the boss doesn't hit you that hard and as the opener. So use these as pre-pots and then use them at your discretion throughout the fight. Entirely up to you guys. Um, Use the agility flask, the 250 agility flask, because the stamp flask I don't feel like it's useful at all, especially for Guardian. We don't have health issues at all. I mean, just by default, if you're playing a Tauren Druid, you're gonna have more health at equal item level with your partner tank. You're gonna have more health just passively, so there's really no point in using a stamp flask when you can use an agility flask to push out more damage, push out more threat. So there's that. Now, if you're depending on the fight you want to go for, you can go for salty squid roll or the sleeper sushi. I think it is. The sleeper sushi will increase your mastery by 125, and the salty squid roll increases your multi strike by 125. So depending on what fight you're on and where your mastery and multi strike are sitting, can vary between either one. Either one is not bad to take. Take whatever one you guys want. If you want to hit that 30% mark on multi strike, take this. If you're at 28% and you want to hit that 50% mark on mastery, take the sleeper sushi. Not a big deal. Both work just fine, guys. Both work perfectly fine. It's entirely up to you guys. Let's go into some of the passives that we have as a Guardian Druid. Now, multi-strike is one of those, like I said, abilities or stats that is going to contribute to your major passive, like basically one of your number one survivability passives, which is called Ursa Major. Your auto attacks, mangles, and lacerate multi-strikes are going to grant you Ursa Major. Ursa Major increases our health by 2% for 15 seconds every time. One of those three abilities multi-strike. So high multi-strike will cause this to tick more often. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry, I didn't nap today. It's going to thought process. Brain malfunctioning. Whenever you get a new Ursa Major proc, it is going to refresh the duration of it, so it'll just keep stacking nonstop. I think the other day I was at 1.3 million for a whole boss encounter. It was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. I screenshotted it because I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of health, man. Very cool. Very cool. So multi-strike, that's why it's really important when you're using fighting against enemies that do a lot of magic damage, because you will basically just mitigate it because you have so much health. Like, it's whatever, like not a big deal. You basically become a mini boss at that point. What kind of damaging abilities do we have? Now we have Mangle. Mangle is going to be your number one threat generator, your number one rage generator, and your number one damage dealing ability all the time. So please, guys, whenever you are using a Guardian Druid, please use your Mangle on cooldown. Even if you're at 100% rage, use Mangle on cooldown, please. Okay, alright. Our other ability is called Lacerate. This is a dot. It's a very fun dot to put on people. This generates 2 rage and has a 25% chance to reset the cooldown on Mangle. So the more targets you have Lacerate on, the better, because you get that 25% to instantly cast your Mangle, and you have the chance to get your Ursa Major. So the way to do that is you want to pick if you're in a situation where there's multiple targets, which, let's be honest, it's like all of Hellfire. There's a lot of ads everywhere. You drop your Lacerate on an ad, and then you'll drop a Lacerate on your main focus. So once you deviate from the ad to the main focus, you can then start using your Pulverize, because Pulverize does consume your Lacerate stacks. So even though it consumes your Lacerate stacks, your Lacerate is still ticking on other enemies. But make sure you guys have threat on those enemies before you try and do this. So that'll guarantee your 15% damage reduction, and it'll guarantee that you're going to be multi-strike hitting with your Lacerate because of the multiple targets. Now you could just tab target and, refresh it, and you'll be fucking dandy, and you don't have to worry about it ever falling off, because you're just tab targeting, hit once, refresh, go back to the main boss, and you're still getting that damage reduction. This is why I feel Pulverize is still better, because it can give you that 15% reduction at all times. Maul. Okay, guys. This is really important. When you guys are using Maul, don't just use it, guys. Wait for your Tooth and Claw proc, because when you use Tooth and Claw, it can gain up to 3 charges. So the 3 charges of Tooth and Claw, what they're going to do is when you use it on an enemy, it's going to reduce how much damage that enemy does with their basically physical attack, their auto attack. So their basic like slap you in the face thing. So it'll stack up to 3 times. So please do not use Maul just willy-nilly whenever you guys have enough rage, because that is a waste of rage. It really is. It's like a huge waste of rage, because you need rage for other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just use Maul on your Tooth and Claw proc. It'll light up for you guys, or it'll notify you. Mine notifies me because of my Druid focus. But just be mindful of that, guys. Please just use this when it has Tooth and Claw. It'll really save you the rage, and it'll save you, taking extra damage. Thrash. Thrash is our only means of AoE damage, and I mean like heavy AoE, not Berserk 3 target AoE, but our heavy AoE. We're not gifted like DKs or Paladins that we get like this huge aura and huge ability to just pull in all these mobs and aggro them all at once. No, we're Guardian Druids. Blizzard decided that they hate us, so we're gonna have to run up to every target ourselves and fucking just spam the shit out of Thrash. Thrash is just the AoE ability. Every time you hit a target with it, it's going to generate 1 rage every time it does damage, so every time it ticks. So the more targets you have Thrash on, the more rage you'll generate every second. Keep this applied to single targets, multi-targets. Both are fine. Keep this applied, guys. Keep this applied. Now going to Savage Defense. This is our active damage mitigation. Increases your dodge chance by 45% and reduces physical damage taken by 20%. Which is why I say it makes Guardian of Balloon fucking useless, because we lose out on that 20% damage reduction. Go for your 2-piece as quickly as you can, guys, because your Savage Defense, when it's active, it will increase healing done to you by 20%. So if you need a clutch heal, fucking drop Frenzy Regeneration on yourself after you use Savage Defense, and you'll heal yourself for quite a bit. Other damage reduction abilities. Survival Instincts. This has 2 charges. Reduce all damage taken by 50% for 6 seconds. Now this is just something you guys want to use if you guys have your Bark Skin on cooldown and you are taking a fuck ton of damage. Use it. It's a survival instinct. It's for you to survive. I can't really tell you guys when to use it. You guys just have to know the mechanics of the fight and when big damage is coming, so you can negate that damage. Frenzy Regeneration, it's our way of healing ourselves other than Cenarian Ward. Don't use this all the time, guys. Just like Savage Defense, don't have them up 100% of the time, because then you don't have enough rage to cast your other abilities and keep threat. So don't use Savage Defense or Frenzy Regeneration all the time. Have faith in your healers, guys. There are going to be situations where you're going to want to combo them together, and it works beautifully. And it does save your healers some mana, so they don't have to use like a big heal on you. But have faith in your healers, guys. We can take a lot of punishment as Guardian Druids. We really can. And just your general Druid ability, Bark Skin. Druid Skin becomes as tough as bark, reducing all damage taken by 20% for 12 seconds. Yeah. So just use this. It's a minute cooldown. So you're going to use this before this in certain situations. Just saying. Growl is our taunt. Just growl at a target. Rawr! Rawr! Come at me. Rawr! Our major rage generating cooldown and damaging cooldown and all that mumbo jumbo stuff is called Berserk. When you cast Berserk, your Mango ability will hit up to 3 targets. This is additional AoE damage. When you guys have Berserk up, please fucking spam the crap out of your Mango. Even if you're at max rage, this is going to do a lot of damage. It's going to produce a lot of rage. It's going to produce a lot of threat, and everyone's going to want to kill you. A lot of people use this as openers. I don't recommend use it as openers. I recommend you guys use Berserk when you're low on rage and you need to just hit multiple enemies to try and get aggro if your growl is off cooldown or not off cooldown. So it's not one of those abilities, in my opinion, that you just use willy-nilly because it's just, it's a damaging cooldown. It's a rage cooldown. It's one of those cooldowns where you really need to save it. Or, if you want to just do a crap ton of damage with your Mangle, you could use it during like a Bloodlust phase. You could use it during a Soul Feast for what's his face for Gorfine. Situational, man. Don't just think you can use it all the time. And last but not least, covering one of the talents that we chose, I think it's a level 30 talent. Yes, it is. Cenarian Ward. Yay! Cenarian Ward stacks with your Resolve. If you guys don't know what Resolve is, I will show you guys. Increases your healing and absorption done to yourself based on damage taken before avoidance and mitigation in the last 10 seconds. So Cenarian Ward does stack with Resolve. So the more damage you take, the more this is going to heal. You can use this to engage. I'm not opposed to that. If you guys are going to engage the boss, go ahead and use it. Pop your pre-pot, prop your Cenarian Ward, and fucking charge into that motherfucker and let him hit you. You're still going to be healing for it. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? I mean, whatever. And you can use this every 30 seconds. Pretty damn good, man. You can use it on a friendly ally, but as a tank, why would you? I mean, let's just be 100% honest. That's why you have Dream of Cenarius with your healing touch. And if you guys don't know how to use that, I just use Healbot and have it macroed. You will only need 2 buttons, just Healing Touch and Rebirth on your Healbot thing or whatever healing add-on you guys use for healing. That's just the one I use. All my add-ons are the same. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. They're all the same. Nothing has changed. And that's basically it. That's basically everything there is to know about how I play my Guardian Druid. Obviously, if you guys can go Mastery Multi-Strike in every slot, please do so. Versatility is not a bad talent. Oh, Versatility is before crit. There it is. Versatility, crit, then haste. Ha! Versatility, how the fuck did I forget about you? But yeah, if you can have bonus armor, Mastery, Multi-Strike in every single slot, you guys are going to be fucking clutch. You're going to be good to go. And I did just about that, aside from my necklace, aside from my cloak, and I did just make this ring for myself because I was having trouble. I had a 685 ring for like ever. For some reason, rings just hate me. Feldor Zakun didn't drop the ring I needed. But that, like I said, that's neither here nor there, guys. So yeah, that is the updated version for Guardian Druids. I hope you guys found this very informative, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't bore you with all my talking today. I hope I didn't. Something I do want to add for you guys, though, if you guys are looking for a raiding guild and you guys are on Ysera or you're thinking about joining a different server, my guild is always recruiting. We are still currently raiding Hellfire Citadel just to get us prepared for Legion. We're trying to kind of sculpt people. I know that's nothing to do with this Guardian guide, but if you guys want, you feel free to message me in game. This is my my character name. Let me look over here. You can message Dodge. You can message. These are the officers. You can message Jelser. You can message. Just about any of them. There's also Cuerno, but he's not online right now. I don't know how to spell his name, actually. I do, but I mean, whatever. Guild Trainer. Okay. Tansun, you can message any one of these people, including myself, and we will set you guys up with a team to raid with. We raid every Wednesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes? Whatever. That's 9 o'clock server time. 9 o'clock server time for anybody that goes based on that. Alright, but that's going to be it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys like what I do, please like this video. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to it if you guys found this informative. Yeah. So I'll see you guys all in the next one.